Balloon Beats.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. I'm your host, Patrick Hennick, joined by Parakeet, Xenophontos, and Charm. We're live after probably one of the most heartless games of the year.
Should I put my fake smile on?
You can put your smile on if you want to.
Pat, your computer lagging is the equivalent to what the Yankees and the umpires were tonight. Absolutely.
My computer's lagging?
It was for like a minute.
It was a little lagging, but you're good now.
You're good now, though.
Oh.
Honestly,
the Yankees are lagging tonight.
Baseball is a team sport,
More than
but how do you go into a game starting Devi Garcia, 21-year-old, with no experience against this team and no experience in the postseason at all? Devi, other than the home run he gave up in the first inning, he was solid. But instead of having him come out in the second inning and redeem himself, why do you have J.A. Happ warming up? If you wanted to start J.A. Happ, why didn't you do it, Aaron Boone?
He thought he was a genius.
Why didn't you do it?
You know,
he was probably
thought
laughing to himself in the mirror in the clubhouse.
Bro, I bet you Aaron Boone doesn't even tie his own shoelace in the dugout.
You guys know the Blue Jays tried to do the same thing against Tampa last week.
Yeah,
right? And they failed completely.
It didn't work.
Shout out to who was it, Jalen? Who had a conversation with Brian Hoke, who was explaining the situation. He's like, why would you bring that up?
Bro, all I know is that I'm absolutely, positively disgusted with this team. Also, for everybody watching, if you look in the bottom right, we have a voicemail number. You could call in, leave yourself a voicemail, leave us a voicemail, we'll play it on air, of you venting about tonight's game. That should be pretty interesting. But I'm disgusted with this team, bro. I mean, how many men did they leave on base? I think it was like 12. Like this was like
10 after the seventh inning.
They set a postseason
12.
record. They struck out 19 times tonight. 19.
Are you serious?
19 strikeouts and 12 men left on base is just New York Yankees postseason baseball.
Bro, and Glasnow didn't even have it tonight. That's my thing.
And he still had 10 Ks. He did have it.
I'm just doing this for now. After tonight's game, I projected the Yankees to score 6 runs against Tyler Glasnow. I'm going into tomorrow's game with no expectations. I'm just praying for the best because tomorrow's game determines the entire series.
I was expecting Devi to give us a solid start. He would have done so much better than 7 innings.
Devi would have gave you 4 innings.
He would give you 4 or 5 innings of like 2 or 3 runs. Take that any day of the week.
Chance he gives up 5 runs in 2 innings like Happ did. There's no chance.
But why?
Aaron Boone, sure, you might have caught him off guard. Great. But it's J. Happ.
I don't think they were caught off guard.
Why do you have the guy warming up 3 pitches into the game?
J. Happ, man.
Like honestly, do you not figure this out? This is a postseason game against one of the best teams in the American League. And your decision is to start a 21-year-old rookie and have.
But that's not even the point. Devi was not the problem tonight at all.
I'm
Devi
saying
would have been the solution.
it would have been the solution, but it made no sense on paper because why
So who
have
were you
him?
going to start? Tanaka? Because I
would've
would have
started
started Tanaka.
Tanaka
I would have
would've-
started Tanaka too. But when you have Devi lined up as the starter, you start him and leave him in the game unless
You
he
leave him in the
completely
game, and we're
implodes.
talking about how well Devi
that's what I'm
pitched today.
pissed off about. Like, I know it's a 21-year-old rookie, and I was gonna make my point. I was gonna be like, but why have him only pitch one inning? Not even one inning. Why have him
Makes me
pitch half
sick.
an inning? He was solid, alright.
He threw
You have,
4
what?
pitches, and J Hap's up warming in the bullpen.
Exactly.
Fucking stupid. But my thing is, like, I have no problem with them bringing in Hap if Devi would have shit the bed.
Yeah, if Devi let like 5 runs in the first inning, go ahead.
If we were talking like a 2017 Sevy wild card situation, hell yes, give me J Hap. But Sevy was, other than the Arozarena, however the fuck you say his name, home run, Sevy was solid as hell, bro.
Devi.
Send Hap to the goddamn moon.
That's not far
Goddamn
enough.
moon.
That's not
Send
far
him to
enough.
Jupiter, dude.
That's still not far enough.
But it's not even that. It's after Hap, that game was punted easily. That game was a
5-4.
one-run game. It was a one-run game. And you bring in Adam Ottavino, bro. A guy who has no success all season, hasn't pitched in how many weeks, but you decide to bring him in a one-run game and waste Sessa, who's been a solid pitcher all season, in a 6-run game last night. And then after Ottavino, who do you go to? You bring in Jonathan Loizaga, who just blew a game in Cleveland.
Jordan Loop almost took him dead center.
Bro, what are we doing? Like, what is Aaron Boone thinking? He thinks he's a genius, dude.
You know what's sick? You know what makes me sick?
Everything.
Jonathan Holder comes in and absolutely shoves.
So did Nelson. Nelson looked like a fucking ace, bro. What is this? What is this team? We signed him over Charlie Morton and Lance Lynn for more money per year. Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
He fooled us. When we traded for him, he was great. He fooled us.
But also, bro, if you look at the pitching tonight, other than J Hap, it wasn't bad. You're looking at Devi, Ottavino, Loizaga, Holder, Nelson, all giving up a combined 3 runs against the Rays. 3 runs, all those guys combined to give up. Hap gives up a 4 spot.
Zanino and Margot.
Makes no sense.
Zanino, I'll give it to him. He hits home runs, but how do you let Margot take you dead center?
But this is my thing, dude. The offense didn't bail out Boone tonight. And when the offense doesn't bail out Boone, the Yankees don't win. It's as simple as that. Boone can't manage close games.
Boone can't manage a game in general. What are you talking about, close games?
Yeah, but bro, when it's a blowout, he doesn't have anything to manage. Bro, so it's easy for him.
Frustrating is that if we're down 1, he will not bring in a high leverage reliever. He just won't.
No,
he won't keep it at a 1-run game.
I want to give a shout out to Giancarlo Stanton because everybody doubted this man. He's our highest paid player, and he's hit a home run in 4 straight games. And
he's
the last
one.
He's the only one that showed up tonight.
They haven't been meaningless home runs.
No.
You had Judge swinging at reckless balls and up high.
He needs to figure it out.
You have Gleyber Torres swinging at reckless balls. You have Clint Frazier swinging at reckless balls. Yeah, I know
Gary Sanchez is.
Don't even start on Gary Sanchez. His last at bat, he had 3 straight down the half.
Tomorrow. Start hitting tomorrow. But
I'm still done with Gary Sanchez. I don't care what he does.
Take this time to kind of look at the lineup, and they're atrocious playing tonight. Let's start off with Judge. Listen, I'm a huge Judge guy. I love Aaron Judge, but this performance this postseason has been unacceptable on so many levels. Yes, he's had 2 solo home runs.
Has he hit the ball hard other than those 2 homers?
No, I can't even remember him putting the ball in play
over balls to the left side.
Don't you remember yesterday?
Struck out.
Don't you remember yesterday? He had 2 at bats. He barely hit a 15-foot past the pitcher's mound.
But he keeps rolling it over, or he hits a bomb. Like, where's the Judge that just pokes it into right center?
Do you know how many guys he left on base today?
Judge.
I was about to say.
Bro, he's up there. Like, in a situation like the 9th inning, like, that's where you want Aaron Judge up.
Yeah. And tonight, it's like CB Buckner didn't help. He's an atrocious umpire.
I don't want to blame the loss on him, though.
brutal. No, I'm not going to
He was
blame the loss
shit,
on
but I'm
him.
not going to blame the loss on him.
But the loss goes on Aaron Boone and the Yankees.
He's not even worth talking about.
No, because that's exactly what he wants. He wants people to be talking about him. In my honest opinion, no one should even know the name of a home plate umpire. In all honesty, they should do their job so well that you don't need to know their name. We only know the names of umpires who suck.
Remember we were like, oh, what was the name of the guy that was behind the plate in Game 1 in Cleveland? Like, we had no idea what his name was.
Exactly.
Because he did a really good job.
Kenny Kirkpatrick, great comment here. Yes, we can talk about Sanchez, but Judge in the 2-hole needs to be dropped. I don't know if he should be dropped in the order, but Judge is the number 2 hitter. Yeah. We expect this out of Sanchez. We expect putrid hitting and putrid at-bats. But Judge is your 2 hitting superstar. You can't be leaving 4 guys on base, striking out 3 times, going 0 for 5 in a playoff game. You just can't. It's not acceptable on so many levels. The 2 guys tonight who left the most men on base was Sanchez and Judge, both with
Judge hasn't been right since he came back.
He hasn't. But,
he's been shit.
Him and Stan came back at the same time, and Stan looks like a god compared to
Stan.
We have SNY's Andy Martino a comment of what Aaron Boone said tonight. He said that the plan was not to remove Garcia after 1 inning. It was an opener piggyback situation, but also made the quick decision based on what he saw from Deivi Garcia.
Oh, but okay. But what he saw from Happ was better. That's why Happ went 3.
And he leaves and he brings in the Wise to go for a 2nd inning.
Sanchez is a liability in this lineup, period.
Is it bad that I want to say this? Is it bad that I would rather have either Gio or Shella at the 2 spot and have?
It's not bad to say at all, but I don't think they would move Judge down.
They're not going to move Judge. No way. I get what you're saying.
I can't see that happening.
Like, honestly, work with, because the Yankees had no patience at all. Their main goal is they saw that Tyler
straight games.
No, but look, Tyler Glasnow, he was throwing heat tonight. What it was, the first 4 innings, he had no control over his fastball. He had 101 miles per hour fastball going all the way, but they had no patience. They kept swinging and swinging. The ball would be at their freaking feet, and they would still swing.
Glaber and Clint's first 2 at bats each were just like, they were terrible.
We're definitely gonna see Brett Gardner.
No, not Gardner.
Gardner. I don't think Gardner would have done much better tonight if we're being honest with each other.
Give me Frazier any day of the week over Gardner.
But also, yes, Higgy needs to play tomorrow. I know he won't, but he needs to.
No,
Gary
he will.
Sanchez,
yes, he will.
He's so done. You really think he's going to play tomorrow?
Higgy's playing tomorrow.
How much you want to bet?
When was the last time Higgy caught a game for Tanaka? Was it 2 weeks ago?
I don't know, but like...
Yeah, but this also relates to the umpire thing. I think this is a very fair argument as to why the Yankees look so poorly. Because it's like, for example...
that's very fair.
The Frazier at bat in the 9th inning, that was ball 4 that he swung at. He knew how awful that strikeout, the strike zone was. So he swung at that pitch knowing that if he didn't swing, there was a huge possibility that ball was going to be called a strike. Because that pitch to Glaber was, that was like 3 feet out of the zone.
It's not an exaggeration to say it's the worst strike call I've ever seen.
It might be.
Because like it's one thing to call something. Yeah, it's one thing to call something like low and outside, but like we see that all the time. But I've never seen an umpire call a pitch like that before. Never.
I'm sick to my stomach after that game. Sick to my stomach.
Could you imagine Glaber hitting to a double play right after that pitch?
I wouldn't have been surprised. We saw that all season. How many times did we see tonight? The Yankees get the first 2 runners on, and then they do absolutely nothing. Nick Anderson carved us up, killed us.
I can't even get mad at it though. He's so
Fairbanks did not have it at all tonight. But also, it pisses me off. Why do the Yankees always wait until the 9th inning to try to get something going?
They try in the 7th inning.
They try, but they don't succeed. In the 9th inning, they always tease us, and then
the biggest turning point in the game was when I think Glasnow came out for the 5th, and he mowed him down like 10 pitches.
Yeah, that was one of our worst.
Because if they put up if they knocked him out like in that inning, maybe put up 1, not even put up a run, but just put up a fight, get some runners on. But
it's just so frustrating because like tonight was just a bad flashback of how we've been eliminated in the playoffs every single year the past few years. It's We look dominant through the first couple games, right? And we really think we have a shot this year. And then with the flip of a switch, the offense dies. And then we realize, oh shit, we have no pitching depth, so we can't win a low-scoring game, and we can't win a close game. So then what the fuck do we do?
Throw
What
the
happened?
damn bag at Trevor Bauer.
But that's not happening. Like
I know.
I wish it was. I wish it was possible, but the Yankees are so corporate and such bums that they would never allow him on the team.
Nope.
That's what bothers me.
Nope.
We
got our ace, but we need a number 2.
How does Buckner and Angel Hernandez get to umpire important play? I wish I could tell you. Isn't Angel Hernandez the home plate umpire for the Dodgers game tonight?
I think
While he has a current lawsuit going on against MLB. That's exactly why.
That's why they won't fire him.
It's racial discrimination, apparently, when they didn't put him on the on the crew before. Fucking stupid. Tanaka will show up big tomorrow, and we will take a huge game 3.
I think Tanaka will.
But here's my thing.
If Tanaka's locating us,
if you have a strong outing from Tanaka and the bats show up and you win game 3, who's pitching Thursday?
Exactly. There's no plan for game 4. No plan at all for game 4.
Don't tell me you're going to start Devi Garcia and you're going to be like, okay, here's J.A. Happ. And please don't bring in...
That is such a depressing thing to think.
As much as I like Jordan Montgomery, and I've always told you guys I see a little bit of Andy Pettitte, just this form of pitching.
I'll never get over that comparison.
It's not a comparison of skill.
Montgomery in a winner all for the ALCS. Not at all.
This is exactly what's going to happen.
No, he's going to bring up Clark Schmidt and throw him in there at the rate.
Which is better? Hashtag shut up Brandon or hashtag? I still think hashtag shut up Brandon's a classic.
Aaron Buffoon's good though.
Yeah, it's a solid one. Put that on a shirt. But I think tonight, I forgot when we were talking about it. Either last night's postgame or today's pregame. We were talking about it one of the times. But I mentioned, let's not forget, Aaron Boone is still not a good manager. Once it comes down to crunch time, he doesn't know what to do. Like, he's clueless. Actually clueless.
You're going to tell how the Yankees want to approach this. You're going to see if they give him a 1-year extension, you're going to tell him that's
no, he has an option, I think.
Who does?
Boone, I think he has an option in this contract.
No, he does, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely going to pick it up.
He's
not
doing
going anywhere.
Exactly what they want him to do.
Yeah.
He ain't going anywhere. Why do you think Joe Girardi's gone?
Also, my thing is, on our ALDS preview show, Brandon actually suggested this idea. The same thing that they did today. Use Devi as an opener and go to Happ. And I told him this exact statement, and I stand by this to this moment. Why would you do something that you haven't done all season? The Yankees have not used an opener all season. We saw them use it in 2019 with Green, but they didn't do it at all this year. So why would you experiment with it in the playoffs? Like, you're not talking about bringing in Cy Young out of the bullpen. This is J. Happ, who dominated the Mets. Round of a fucking applause for J. Happ for killing the Mets and the Orioles this year.
And the
Come
Blue
on.
Jays.
And the Blue Jays. Don't forget the Blue Jays. My bad. The team that the Rays absolutely demolished in the first round. Like, come on. Boone is a numbers guy. He has no feel for his players.
The Yankees organization is numbers people.
Sanchez got Girardi fired, and the funny part is, since Girardi left, Sanchez has been abysmally worse.
I don't want him as a starting catcher next season. I can't take him anymore.
I mean, he can't get worse, can he?
Can we sign JT Realmuto?
He'll stop hitting his occasional clutch home run.
What do you do with Gary then? What do you do with him?
You can send him on the same ship as Boone and fucking fire him.
Because you can't trade him. His trade value is at an all-time low. You get nothing for him. It would be like dealing Sonny Gray when they did.
Gary would be a backup.
And what do you do with Higgy? Deal him? Because Higgy's not bad.
No, Higgy's not. See, that's the situation. Like,
Higgy's getting better and Sanchez is getting worse.
You want the better options, but then you got the scraps on the bench.
This is just painful because, like, we've seen this play out way too many times. I feel like it's a story every single postseason with this team.
The Yankees are good on. The Yankees are always good on paper, but when it comes to delivering, it's inconsistency.
But bro, it's not even like we haven't seen them deliver. They delivered like crazy last night. It's not like this is like a crazy thing that we're expecting out of them.
Don't you know this is the Yankees, man? They play one good game and then the next day they come out and lay an egg.
Hap sucks, no velocity, flat BP meatballs with no secondary pitch. It's amazing he's carved. The only reason he's still in the league is because he's a lefty. Like, I think we could all agree with that. Lefties stay in the league forever. But I agree 1,000%. I said in our chat today, when he was facing Margot, he falls behind in every single count, and that leads up to balls being crushed because he falls behind 2-0 in every count. Then he decides, you know what, I'm going to challenge this guy with a 91-mile-an-hour heater, and it gets demolished. Pitching doesn't work like that in 2020.
If I'm facing J-Hap, I'm licking my chops at a 2-0 count.
Literally. And it happens every single time. He'll throw 2 fucking sliders in the dirt, and then he'll just throw a meatball right down the middle. It's such a shame.
How about the Yankees getting 2 outs in multiple innings, and then all hell breaks loose?
But it's like, it's the story of the season.
It's
like
ground
you
ball,
never know what
ball,
team
and
you're
then
going to get.
2-out walk, single.
Last few years, it seems like they've always been a day late and $1 short. It's every year we run into these teams that rip us apart and expose our weaknesses. It's every year.
What's sad is that, like, the bullpen carried us last season, and then we get our ace, and the bullpen lets us down. Like, wait, where does it end?
I don't even think it's just the bullpen. I think it's the starting rotation as well, because if we had a solidified number 2, if we had a solidified number 2, we wouldn't have to think about J Happ coming in the second inning.
Oh my God, yeah.
If we had Trevor Bauer, bro, this would be so simple. You go Cole 1, Bauer 2, Tanaka 3. Series done.
7-1 tonight.
As much as it pains me to say this, not having James Paxton hurts. Not having
a healthy James Paxton. Yep.
Not having Domingo Germán hurts. You have a 5-man rotation right there, but you really don't have the options. You can't rely on 2 guys every 3 days.
Germán is no better than Garcia. No better than Garcia.
I mean, you got to admit, Germán did have a solid season last year.
He got a lot of run support, though.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't necessarily good.
No, he was better than J-Hap.
Yeah, he was better than J-Hap, but he wasn't a great pitcher.
More than a 4 or 5 starter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But also, it's this. I don't see much in Loaisiga either.
Loaisiga just throws 98-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle. The major league hitters.
He has no control.
It gets demolished every time.
I don't he has great stuff. Not when you throw it right down the middle. Holy shit, man, this fucking team.
This is the postseason we're talking about. This isn't. I had the same feeling, not really the same feeling, but I had a similar feeling when this team went 0-10. But at the end of the day, you realize it's the regular season. This is crunch time. Obviously, you're not going to win every game in October. It's very rare to do so. So there are going to be some clunkers.
I wasn't expecting to win every game this series.
Neither was I.
Lose the way you lost today.
Exactly. We didn't lose tonight. We handed that game to Tampa. I think that's a very fair statement.
J fucking Happ, bro.
We gave them that game. Bro, it was punted in a
props to them for getting insurance runs, though.
Because that's what they know how to do.
Yeah. Like Kevin Kiermaier,
home.
I mean, the only promising inning of this entire game was the top of the 4th when Giancarlo hit that with a 3-run shot.
I thought that we were back in it.
What was it?
I thought that was going to be like, here we go.
It was an Aaron Hicks blooper to the left, and then didn't Luke walk, and then Giancarlo hit the home run.
Yep. But I thought that was going to be the moment where it's like, okay, we're winning 9-4 tonight.
Exactly, but you can't rely on one hitter every night. Without Giancarlo, they have 1 run, right?
They have 1 run and maybe like
the sad thing is, this is what we've been waiting for, a fully healthy lineup. And you can't be, you have to be delivering every night, man. Not just one night.
I agree with this 100%. And it's a shame that it has to come down to that.
It's either with Devin Garcia, J Happ, or Jordan Montgomery.
But if you're going to bring in Garcia for game 4, if we win tomorrow, don't start him for half an inning. What's the point?
I know. It makes no sense.
What's the point?
Nah, I don't think they'll do that ever again.
He should have just pitched 4 innings, regardless if he gave up 2 or 3 runs. It's his first career postseason start. He's going to struggle.
I'm going to be honest.
If you told me that's what was going to happen, I would have taken it.
What? Is this a joke?
What rally did he kill, Bill?
Bill? Nah, it's got to be a troll. Giancarlo Stanton has been the best hitter on the Yankees.
No. Don't even acknowledge it. Don't even acknowledge
it. What?
Is that Brian's burner?
I don't even know. But honestly, I'm at like a loss of words for this team. It's like I've had this fear going into every single playoff game that we don't know what team we're going to get. But after seeing the awesome Yankees for the first 3 games, I wasn't expecting this shit show to happen tonight. Obviously, I was nervous about Devi. I thought it was going to come down to whether he shit the bed or not. And if he shit the bed, bring in J-Hap. But he didn't. That's where it hurts. Because who knows what Devi would have been able to do tonight.
He would have done a hell of a lot better than 7 runs in 6 innings.
Easily. Oh, Bill said it's a joke. Thank God.
Thank you, Bill.
I was so concerned at that point.
Thank you, Bill.
Concerned. Let's see. Maybe it's a metrics thing, varying pitching. All right, this is another thing. Sure, I'm for the lefty, righty matchup.
It's J-Hap.
That's if you have a good pitcher.
But
if it's Chapman, sure. But it's J-Hap. Bro, J-Hap. J-Hap.
I think Montgomery would have done a better job than J-Hap did.
I think so too.
Because, let's be honest, when Montgomery is locating his stuff, he's a huge strikeout pitcher.
Bury me with this comment. Bury me with it.
Just
send them off to Florida, bro. They don't even have to stay in San Diego because it's a fake bubble anyway. It's not even a bubble.
I'll admit this. I'm a Gary Sanchez fan, but there was one point in tonight's game.
He lost me.
There was one point in tonight's game where he had an easy, I forget what was it. It was like a 93 mile per hour in fastball, and he lets it go right past him.
I'm pretty sure it was yeah, you're right, yeah.
Numerous opportunities.
The ball's here, and it lets him go.
And then you get Kyle Higashioka, who's ready for a 98 mile an hour heater up here, gets a curveball here and catches it.
Is that bad in the ninth inning?
Reach his glove a half
inch. Is that bad in the ninth inning? It was painful.
I will never forget that time he felt
He's
bad.
Trash, bro.
He'll get a random home run here and there, but
he's so trash.
If Boone wanted to do this, I would have not had a problem if you were to bring Chad Green in the second inning. But J-Hap, no.
If they did Devi for
take RC out, honestly,
Hal Steinbrenner.
I want to say it's Cashman. But based on what Boone said in the press conference today, maybe he just didn't want to throw Cashman under the bus. But he said that wasn't the original plan. So do we really think that he went off on his own and made that move? Because if he did, that might be the stupidest thing of all time.
That'd be hilarious because what is that, the first decision he's ever made on his own? Or someone holding his hand.
But also, what we have to remember is Cashman doesn't make the in-game decisions. That's not allowed. He didn't.
That's Boone.
He doesn't decide to bring in Adam Ottavino in a one-run game, bring in Loaizaga in a one-run game. Once that happened, this game was over. So over.
Sasugo almost took him. Almost.
Yeah. Cash didn't even fall for it. He took Diaz out for Meadows. Boone seems to expect. Cash did a great job managing.
Didn't Meadows start the game?
Yeah.
Or are you talking about?
No, I think he means.
Oh yeah. I got you. I got you.
But,
yeah. What's the best thing?
He didn't
Tomorrow's
start
game starts at 7 tomorrow. We don't have to stay up till 12 o'clock and be disappointed once again. So,
Perry, I think the only one worried about the time is you.
Yeah, I work in the morning.
This is just pain on every level.
This is just
if we have any voicemails,
wasted minutes. I could be sleeping.
Boom, 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 boom. Higashioka.
Who was that? That was hilarious.
I should play that.
Who was that?
That's gonna make me happy.
Was it Kevin?
I have no idea who that was.
Was it Davos?
Also, by the way, if anybody wants to leave us a voicemail, call that number in the bottom right, 347-352-1888.
Kevin's not here tonight. Maybe he just...
No, he's not. Neither is Davo.
Smart man. He went to bed.
Are you guys ready for the Higgy song?
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, if you're watching this, we miss you.
Boom, boom, boom. He ain't no joker. Boom, boom, boom. He's a home run smoker. Boom, boom, boom. A midnight toker. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Whoever made that and sent it to us, that's genius.
He ran
that's my favorite voicemail of all time.
That's content.
J-Hab, CB Buckner, and the Rays versus the Yankees was game 2 matchup. But honestly, add Aaron Boone to that.
You forgot Gary Sanchez.
Honestly, it was just everyone against Giancarlo Stanton.
And DJ
I think that's
LeMahieu.
exactly how tonight went. If they lose the series, it's not only the players, it's the organization that made this situation. I think it's both. I think at some point you have to look at this core. I've said it numerous times. If they don't win the World Series this year, they're not winning with this core, especially with Aaron Boone as the manager. It's just, it comes to a point where if your players don't come through in the playoffs, this is what, the 4th postseason? You're just not going to do it.
They
You're
made
the 4th.
They lost Game 7 in 2017. They lost the first round in 2018.
Smoked.
You lose the ALCS again in 2019. And
and now. Yeah. But it's like we keep losing to these teams that, like, I feel like on paper we could beat. Like in 2018, I really thought we were better than Boston, and they demolished us. 2019, I really thought we could beat Houston. We lost. And this year, bro, going into this season, I was not scared of Tampa one bit. Was anyone else?
No.
I was looking at them as being worse than they were last year because they lost Tommy Pham and Avisail Garcia, 2 of their best hitters. Lost both of them. And somehow they're going to demolish us in the playoffs. Really. Let's see.
Props to the Rays, though. They always find a way.
Thoughts on Hicks batting third? I'm not a fan because, yes, he gets on base, but doesn't produce enough for me in big spots. I don't hate it.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but I would put him. I want him at 9th. I still want him there. But then again, he gets on for Voit. He gets on for Stanton and Urshela, so it's not a bad spot. I don't know.
What were you saying, Perry?
Like I said, I'll put Urshela in the 2 or 3 spot. I'll just mix it up. Because I honestly don't trust.
Defeated.
I am defeated at this rate.
Both you guys look defeated.
I'm 100%.
Because
Sean looks like he wants to die.
Because I keep saying things and thinking.
Come on, let's be honest with you, Pat. Whenever it comes to playoffs, Yankees playoffs, we always get excited. We're always saying we're nervous in the morning, and then when it comes game time, we're excited. And then it feels like they grabbed the bat, broke it in half, and like Michael K said, Clint Frazier, Brett Gardner, the assassin, just stabbed you right in the heart. That's how it feels like right now. You look defeated right now.
I agree with this comment from Ryan Garcia 100%. Kept the bullpen in rotation. Yankees settled. They settled. They stood there and let the bullpen get worse. And it's the same story every year. Let's not forget, I did not mean. But that's the thing. I mean, if we look at 2019, like, can we not forget for a minute? We were dying for this team to get somebody at the deadline in 2019. We desperately needed either a starter or extra bullpen help, and we sat and did nothing while Houston got Greinke. That move alone won the ALCS for them against us. No?
I mean, we beat Greinke.
No, we didn't. In the Bronx? No, we lost
again in the Bronx.
Yeah,
beat him in Houston, right?
What was it? It was funny because
didn't he catch game 1?
I think it was the day of the day of the deadline, or a couple of days. He dominated the Yankees at Yankee Stadium with the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, we got a new voicemail, boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Let me mute myself to scan it first.
Boom, boom, boom. Happen? It's definitely Brandon.
No, I just gotta scan it first to make sure it's nothing crazy.
All I see was pain. Sanchez can't hit the ball, can't make contact, strikes out.
That's fair.
Like, I don't know what to do. It's 10. It's 10.
That's a mood.
What's the 10? Am I missing something?
I thought you were saying pain.
Oh, I thought he was saying 10.
Why would he say
pain? Oh, pain. I don't know. I was kind of confused.
10.
I thought it was like some demonic shit. I don't know. Oh, he's saying pain. No, I feel that.
That was such a mood.
I think this is the first live stream we're doing, and Pat doesn't have to pour a bottle of water from his dugout mugs on his head.
Yeah, but when he's doing that shit, something good happened.
Exactly.
And the Yankees won.
Bro, it's like I don't mind doing it when they win, but if I had to do that when they lost, I would cry.
No, I wouldn't fucking do it. They lost.
Should be able to win a game scoring 5 runs with their pitching. Stupid to take Garcia out. Frazier swinging at that pitch high. I mean, we talked about why he swung at that pitch, but it shouldn't have come down to that. That's my thing. You can't look at the 9th inning and be like, oh, they blew this opportunity. They had so many opportunities throughout the whole game. It shouldn't come down to one at bat in the 9th.
I 100% believe that the pitch that Frazier swung at would have been called strike 3.
Oh, 100%.
It's
No
just how
doubt
it's,
in my mind.
he called the one that he just would have. The way it was going.
Actually, let's start with this one. 2018 got Happen Lynn, not a bona fide stud, and then got embarrassed by your rivals in the Bronx. 2019, let the Astros come to New York and win 2 out of 3. Death. That's exactly how the Yankees franchise dies.
Life of a fucking Yankees fan.
That's pain.
It's like, but also, the argument could be made that Cole was the Yankees' missing piece. But once the season started and you lose Sevy and Canely, you're one of your top starters, and let's not forget losing Paxton as well. So 2 of your top
Paxton
starters
was a shell of himself.
Exactly. And then you lose Canely for the year. Like, how do you just stay pat at the deadline? I understand there was no one crazy out to go get, but the fact you just sit and do nothing and act like
go get me Archie Bradley.
That's what, bro. Just
Give
the
up
idea of doing something.
And get me Archie Bradley.
What was it? Didn't the Reds get
They
basically?
give up a guy hitting like
They gave up nothing.
0.04.
And I don't think Bradley gave up a run for them in the playoffs.
Wow.
And even if he's just a veteran, experienced guy who's a hell of a lot better than Jonathan Loaiza. So
And Adam Ottavino.
like I don't know I don't understand. Like, what could the Diamondbacks have been asking for that Cashman said no?
Let's be fair, Hapanotto haven't pitched in almost 3 weeks. Boone has no clue what he's doing. He's got a team that was pretty much put together.
Yeah.
But it's a shame because this team has only regressed since Boone has taken over. 2017, this team had such a bright future, dude. Such a bright future. We were 1 game away from the World Series.
No matter who that this team has.
Exactly.
No matter who's the manager, they're still good. You can't tell me that you won 100 games with them, bro. Anybody who's going to be a manager, for
I
this
could
team
have won 100 games with this team.
Even Pat's Goldfish can win 100 games. Even Sean's hair could have won 100 games. Just his hair alone.
Put a fucking scarecrow in the dugout and do the same job that Aaron Boone does.
Yes.
So done with him, man.
This is it. Houston 2017 got Verlander. 2018, they got Ozuna. 2019 got Greinke. Who have we gotten? 2017, we got Sonny Gray. Actually, 2017 was a solid deadline.
And we
got Sonny Gray, Canely, Robertson, Frazier. That was a good deadline. 2018, we got what? Lynn and Happ and McCutchen at the waiver deadline. And 2019, we got Edwin Encarnacion. Filling no holes that we have whatsoever.
Then you go 0-25 in the playoffs.
He was a piece of shit.
With this lineup, what's your batting order?
If you want to, this is how I would do it. I would have DJ, Urshela, Judge, Voit, Stanton, Torres, Higgy, Frazier, and then Hicks.
Wait, you have Higgy batting 7th?
Yeah. Or I would switch him with Frazier. I would switch him with Frazier at 7 and 8.
I don't know where to put Hicks.
I want
him ninth. I want him ninth, but he keeps getting on for Stan.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you have Hicks in the middle,
would you bump Stan up to 4th and Voit down to 5th?
I leave Stan where he is. To be honest, if a guy's raking like that, I'm just leaving him.
That's true.
I would start.
That's true, but Voit is like he's all right.
Try to keep your chin up, guys.
Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it.
It's so hard right now. The boss must be turning over in his grave with how this team.
I wish he was alive, man.
You know what sucks too?
We'd have a fucking ring if he was alive,
bro. The Mets are gonna go out this offseason and sign Bauer and Real Muto.
They're gonna sign Bauer. They're gonna sign Real Muto, and they're gonna trade for Lindor.
Oh, we got Jalen here. What's up, Jalen? Pitchers need to step up.
Jalen's the only optimistic one in the chat, and then I follow his way, and then my heart's broken by the end of the game.
That's why I try not to be optimistic. I said this before.
That's why you gotta you have to shit on him because then.
What was that session I called? It was like life advice with Patrick or something. I said never set your expectations too high.
Unhinged therapy.
So yeah, unhinged therapy.
If I took life advice for you, I would probably be out on the streets right now.
Why are you gonna do me, bro? This is an easy night. We're just taking shots for no reason. You know, I want to.
It's just
But dude, I can't keep my chin up when every year it feels like World Series in Boston. I just want to win one with the goal. I feel this on a spiritual level.
Is this the boxer Ryan Garcia? Is he watching?
No,
our feed?
he writes for us.
This
Ryan
core,
Garcia.
Really?
He's so good.
Shout out to Ryan. Never knew that.
As long as Boone is the man, I agree, Jalen. This is just, you know what this feels like right now? I feel like we're all in the Titanic and we know the ship's going down, but we're just playing the violin all together.
We just hit the iceberg.
We just hit the iceberg and we know it's going down, but we're all celebrating. There's not enough lifeboats for us all. So we're all in this chat right now, just keeping each other warm before the death. And that's okay.
Pain.
It's all good. It's pain. Where's that Brandon Payne clip? Who do you who do you think is the biggest blame of tonight? Mine's Aaron Boone. Easily.
Brian
Let me get my list. I'll get back to you.
It's Brian DeGennaro without a doubt. He's the blame for the Yankees loss tonight.
You know, I think Brian said that Devi was going to pitch actually, no, I think he predicted a loss. I could be wrong, but I think he predicted a loss. Ryan says he would get rocked by the boxer Ryan Garcia. He's got slow hands. At least he's honest. Even if we beat the Rays this series, imagine our
rotation. I was going to say that. I was going to say, look at what we're saying right now.
Jordan Montgomery, perfect game against the Dodgers.
We're worried about what pitchers to start.
I just want to get there. I don't think that's not fair to ask. I just want to be there.
I'm not talking. Everybody's just like,
we can't look 2 rounds.
We're gonna make it to the ALCS and beat the Astros, and then we're gonna make it to the World Series. We have to beat the Rays before we get to anywhere.
Bro, but all right. Before I touch on what I want to touch on, who would you take as the next Yankees manager?
Either Eric Kratz or Buck Showalter. Those are my top choices.
Mark DeRosa.
Anybody.
All right. So what I want
to say Aaron Boone
was, let's look at the Yankees postseason since 2017. 2017. If you look at all their opponents that they faced, other than Cleveland 2017, because that was the magical year, who have they gone up against? Who they were like considered like underdogs with, or they were playing a solid team, and they won.
No comment.
Nobody.
No one. We never beat the good teams. Bro, Minnesota last year, we had their number. I don't think anybody was scared of them. 2017 Minnesota in the wild card game, we fell behind early, but we knew
Irvin Santana was there.
That's what I'm saying. And then they went with Berrios, who was a rookie that season, I believe. It was handed to us, essentially. And then Cleveland, we should have lost that series.
And then we played the Athletics in 2018.
That was such a lucky series, not even funny. But then we run into Houston, and we weren't dominated, but that's another series we should have lost easily. If they weren't cheating, we probably would have won. But 2018 ran into an absolute unit in the Red Sox. 2019 got by Minnesota, and of course, Houston destroys us again. Brian is optimistic. I love people named Brian. We're gonna win this series. That's bold.
This Brian over Brian.
I'll say that tomorrow. I'll be full of optimism tomorrow, but for right now.
Whoa, is this Jalen's burner? Whoa, Jalen, you got a burner? Lindor would be the perfect.
Yeah, but the thing is with Lindor, what do you do with DJ?
DJ
2001 Seattle Mariners. Is this the last one?
What do you mean?
Last major team the Yankees faced in the playoffs that 2003 Red Sox? Maybe.
Let's just worry about the last decade. Not fucking.
Who do you trust the most coming out of the bullpen? Because honestly, I feel like I'm running out of options.
Right now, roll this Chapman.
Right now, it's Chad Green.
Right now, give me Chapman or Chad Green.
My pecking order: top Chapman. Second, we're gonna go Britton.
You figure it the
fuck out if you get Lindor. You figure it out. Get Lindor at all costs.
That's a first world problem now. Oh my god, what do we do with DJ now?
Look who just joined the chat.
Brandon, go to bed. Brandon, go eat some grapes and go to bed, bro.
Oh shit! I hope CB gets COVID. That's a solid comment. I mean, here's my thing: if we're taking advice from the Rays broadcasting booth, I don't hope he gets COVID, but if he goes out licking some door handles, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Nick
Fuck
Nelson,
the Rays broadcast.
Alexander trusts Nick
He
Nelson.
threw a gem tonight.
He was, bro. This man looked like a Cy
Him and
Young
Jonathan
winner.
Holder came out like, what the fuck?
Nick Nelson looked like Jeff Nelson today.
Did you see what Jeff Nelson said on Twitter?
Yeah, he was pissed.
He was livid. Brandon.
And that's gonna do it for us tonight.
I think we gotta put like the suicide hotline number on here.
Honestly, just put the CDC video of Brian sneezing.
Tomorrow decides that the series consider it Game 7. I agree.
100%.
I want Jalen to give us a projection of what's
Think
the
about
score
this.
tomorrow.
If we go down 2-1 and we had to pitch Jordan Montgomery in Game 4, we might as well just get back on the plane.
Bro, if that's the case,
Yeah, but you know what? This
just
fucking
call it.
Yankees team, they would win that game. And then they would lose Game 5.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna lie, Cole on short rest kind of scares me.
No, give me Garrett.
Kind of does.
Give me
Wait,
Garrett.
But then also Snell would be on short rest too. So
Tomorrow's the first
Give me
postseason game we're
Garrett.
wearing pinstripes tomorrow. Nick hates Brandon.
Ooh, Nick. Not the
So you're
time,
telling me
man.
that the Yankees can't hit unless they're looking for a homer, wasted opportunities, total joke, 4 exclamation points, and Boone killed the game by putting Happen. That's
I
my
think
life.
if you actually look at the stats from the season, the Yankees are the second team this year that rank high.
I'll leave this for anybody who needs it.
Like the entire Yankee fan base needs that tonight.
We should have like a group therapy session. Tanaka
We
will
should
shove
name-
so that Boone doesn't have to make so many. That's what you need, and you need to score 15 runs, so it does not come down to the umpire or Aaron Boone.
I don't know.
I need
how-
Aaron
anybody-
Judge to go 5 for 5 tomorrow.
Does anybody know what else Boone said in his post-game press conference? Because I'm kind of intrigued.
He said he didn't bring his twister mat, so they have nothing to do tonight.
I wish I could pop that up on the screen. Right? Oh my God, Hap said, "I wish I could have performed better."
Oh, really?
We all do.
So do
Jay.
we, you bald fuck. So do we.
Oh, ready? So Hap on if he was told before the game that he would go in against a certain batter and
Can
why
I
he
guess?
decided
Can I
to use an
guess?
opener. Yeah,
No.
he
He
said,
said he had to.
yes. I'll let Aaron talk about that.
And then
That's
there's-
worse than what I said.
Yeah, right. Trade for Josh Naylor. I'm so with it. You know he would come here and suck, right? 100%.
I don't want that bitch ass on a team.
Yankees are the home team tomorrow. It's not gonna have any sort of impact, because I'm sure the Rays are gonna come out swinging in the first and get like 15 runs. But yeah, do you guys think they wear the pinstripes tomorrow?
Yes.
You think?
Yes.
I can see them being like, we're not in the Bronx, we don't want to wear them.
I'll bet you $5.
Get Gardner and Higgy back in the lineup tomorrow. Higgy, yes. Gardner, no.
This is not the stream to talk about Gardner.
Anthony, if I'm going to be honest with you, I would rather have Hideki Matsui be in my lineup tomorrow over Brett Gardner.
Wouldn't we all?
Have the right time.
Postseason Hideki, dude.
Oh, this is classic.
Well, we don't need to be talking about that right
Wait,
now.
yeah, but that's really weird that that Hap said that, because when Hap said I'll let Aaron explain that one, Boone had already had his press conference tonight.
Here,
Is he just unaware?
we have
No,
another
Jalen,
comment. Yeah,
What?
Jalen
I don't
said
get it. I really
a
don't.
quote from Lindsey Adler from Jay Happ. Jay Happ said he was told he'd be in the game to face a specific hitter, but said Aaron Boone, who had already spoken, would have said to the would have to say
Kinda
more.
just said that, Para.
He just sent it in the text.
No, I know, but I
Hap
just
said he
said
made
that.
it known he wanted to just start the game. Oh, great. So they're just completely not on the same page.
No, but they're never on the same page. Like, I don't know why we're
It's fucking
surprised.
organization, man. You know what?
Oh, is this the guy? Higashioka. Boom, boom, boom. He
Is
ain't
that you?
joke. I think that's him. It has to be because he has a script. And the Midnight
is it you?
Polka. Boom, boom, boom. Ben, you're a legend for that one. Absolute legend. Cashman made great moves. DJ Voit Torres, but what pitching move? He can't make pitching moves. That's the story of Cashman's career. Honestly,
It's a reason why he doesn't have like 4 rings.
Do you think we should have pinch
No,
hit
more
for
rings.
Sanchez
It
and
wouldn't-
put Gardner?
It wouldn't have made a difference. Both
There's
would've
no
struck out.
difference.
The
There's
fuck
no
would Guardy
difference at
have
all.
It would have been 99-mile-per-hour fastballs down the
Okay,
middle.
but this is
Guardy would
this
have
is-
tomahawked at a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. His eyeball.
this is a genuine question for me to all Yankee fans out there. Is there anyone who thinks Aaron Boone is a good manager? Oh, it is Ben. It is Ben.
It was you, Ben?
Ben, you're
That's
a
weird.
legend. But is there anyone who thinks that? Because I just don't see it. He literally took this core and threw it into the ground. Killed Gary Sanchez.
He's a
Put a
piece of
knife
shit.
right in his throat.
He's such a piece of shit. Oh my God.
Anyone asking for Gardy has never watched any of our content. I think if Gardner decides not to come back next season, it's we're the reason for that. We're probably the outlet that destroys this man the most. And it's very much deserved at this point because he's going to come back next season and still.
Except for
still-
Brian.
Bro, if Aaron Boone was a manager on any other team in Major League Baseball, he'd be out of a job last season.
Bro, they wouldn't be above 500.
That's what I'm saying. He
If
would have got his
Aaron
ass
Boone,
canned.
if Aaron Boone was the manager of the Rays, they are not in the
Oh
postseason
my
right
God,
now.
no.
No chance.
No.
There's no chance in
Oh
hell.
my
this
God,
team
they're a
is in the playoffs.
70 win team if he's their manager.
Could you imagine if we had Kevin Cash as our manager?
Listen, I lost respect for Kevin Cash when he said that stupid shit about their bullpen. But if he
I
was
still think
managing
he's a
the,
great
if
manager.
he was managing the Yankees from 2017, I'll give majority 2017. From 2018 to now, we have a World Series in that span.
Oh, but can we also agree? If Kevin Cash was the manager of the Yankees and he said that comment, we would all be loving that. Like,
And then
we
our
only hate
manager
it because
said-
it's an opposing manager.
And then our manager's like, it
No,
was
we only
scary
hated it
comments.
because he's just a hypocrite about it. Because
No,
he did
yeah.
the same shit to Roman.
But tonight, the stable of 98 shut us down.
Oh my God, yeah.
So all the Yankee fans who decide to be
Besides
stupid and
Fairbanks.
go into like the Rays Twitter, if that's a thing, and completely roast them over
Sean.
a game 1 win, you look stupid.
Listen, I
Sean.
was backing up Jalen. Relax. It was
Sean.
one guy. I didn't go into
Throw
Ray's Twitter.
Jalen under the bus. What did Jalen ever do to you?
Nothing. I just said I was
Throwing him
backing
under
him
the
up.
bus.
Yeah. He was helping a guy out and just
Yeah.
rubbing it in.
Trade Boone for Donnie Baseball. Donnie Baseball's a solid ass manager.
Yeah, look what he's doing with the Marlins.
I mean, the Marlins cost them themselves their game today.
I don't
I
think
mean-
Alcantara meant to hit him.
No,
Why would
did
you do that?
know
I
he-
don't
Why
think-
would you
Did
do
you hear
that
what he
in
said at the end
situation?
of the game?
Oh yeah, you're right.
What? What did he
You're
say?
right.
He said,
said
if
if
he
he
wanted to
tried
fight,
to-
he was ready
yeah.
to fight.
You're right. He did. Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
that's stupid. That might be the stupidest move I've ever seen. It just shows the youth of the
AJ
Marlins.
Hinch. I can't assess AJ Hinch as a good manager.
Who does the decision making? Are you kidding?
Hey, Manny Cruz.
See, it's
Why
reasons
is
like
that-
this.
Manny,
You
no
do.
Why is
offense,
that
bro,
accurate,
but
though?
honestly, your profile picture would be a better manager than Aaron Boone. Patrick Starr. would be
Patrick
a-
Starr's a legend. I told you, Sean. Like, what did Jalen ever do to you? Like, why are you just throwing him under the bus?
Bro, I said I was backing him
The
up.
only defensive, the only
I understand, but why you gotta just snitch on him like that?
The only terrible thing
Public
Jalen's
knowledge.
ever told me is he says I text like John Heyman.
Yeah, no, I'm throwing him under the bus.
That was so accurate. That was the most accurate thing I've ever seen. Aaron just he was dropped on his
Brandon talking more now than he did during the game.
I'd pinch
I
hit
think
Kevin
Brandon
Moss.
like locks his phone in a cabinet to watch.
Remember the Kevin Moss
Which is a good
comparisons
move.
for Gary Sanchez? I'm starting to believe those now. One good season and then falls off the face of the earth.
What about Jesus Montero?
Gary had a little bit more legitimacy than Montero.
Oh, Gary
Paris-
Sanchez.
He's the Greek John Heyman. I think that's fair. Honestly, let's hypothetically, let's say you look at your life 20 years down the road, and you have John Heyman's career, but as Paris gives Xenofontos, are you content with that?
If I want to be a miserable old man,
Is he a butthurt old man that blocks people for everything?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Heyman makes guap. He's got cash.
Probably, but like I told you why he blocked me, right?
No.
He made a typo, And I simply asked him if his fingers are too big for his keyboard.
And he blocked you for
me.
that?
And he blocked me.
If I was John Heyman and somebody wrote that to me, I would just send a laughing
It's
emoji.
so
I would have
simple.
blocked.
Like, it's clearly a joke. And if,
This. On so many levels.
oh my god.
That's the only reason he's the manager right now.
He literally, like...
Who would even know who Aaron Boone is if it wasn't for that home run? Let's be honest. No one would know who Aaron Boone was.
He wouldn't have had a job at ESPN. And he wouldn't have gotten the recognition to be the Yankees.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying here? This means that in Game 5 of the ALDS, Brett Gardner is going to hit a big home run, and that's going to make him manager of the Yankees in 10 years.
No. That means we're going to have a festival. We're going to be waving.
We're waving the bandana. We got to end it with that tonight.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
With his sweaty
That's the only
armpits.
thing that's going to cheer me up tonight.
This guy had like sweaty armpits. He's like waving bandanas.
At the festival, just waving the bandana and the flags.
Mickey Callaway, Aaron Boone, I drink cyanide if I had to make. This is a very like suicidal, sadistic chat tonight. And I have
Give
to
me
admit,
Mickey
I'm kind of on that
Callaway.
bandwagon.
I want anyone but Aaron Boone.
I think Gardner can manage better because of how long he's been a Yankee, to be honest. It would be a tight potato sack race between those two. It would be tight. Bro, they would be chugging.
Bro, imagine Brett Gardner being the manager. He gets pissed off at the umpire. He comes out with his bat. He's like, I'm going to hit you in the head if you don't give me.
But that's what how is that a veteran leader? Just honestly, J Happ is a veteran leader. He'd come out for Debbie Garcia like that. I mean, the way he just performed tonight, just beautiful. Higashioka. Boom,
boom, boom, boom,
boom.
What about Ron Gardenhire? No, I'm not just taking a random guy with
no.
With
honestly, I think.
Oh, Brandon,
I love you, man.
I think Ron Gardenhire is done being a manager.
O'Brien
he retired for the season. He's done.
O'Brien
not retired, but stepped down from the Tigers.
I love that.
Or did he retire?
No, he retired.
He did.
He retired. He didn't even wait until the season was over. I think he retired like the second to the last game.
He was out.
No, he had medical issues, so that's why he stepped down.
Oh, really? Now I feel like an asshole. That's
because you
didn't say anything bad.
No, I guess.
Trade Boone for Gase. No, if there's anyone that's
Brandon
a worse
can be Yankees manager.
Bro, imagine Adam Gase being the Yankees manager. So
that's the equivalent,
coach, right?
That's the equivalent.
Yeah. So this would be him. He would be like,
"We got a Rays fan in the chat. Raise up! You're pitching a shot. Wait, let me get like a good voice for this. Raise up! You're pitching a shot for games 3 and 4. We're gonna tee off on Tanaka tomorrow, and the series will be over Thursday."
Hey, Michael Johnson, could I have a quick question?
Michael, where were you last night, buddy?
Could I have your mascot?
You sleeping?
I would rather have your mascot be my manager right now.
No, give it to Michael Johnson. His team had a good win tonight. Spells Johnston a great way. I've never seen it spelled like that.
Fuck Michael Johnson.
Shout out to you, Michael Johnson. If the Yankees win, I'd love to see you back in this chat tomorrow. I feel like Brett would be the kind of manager to catch a charge for punching an ump. Honestly, I could see CB Buckner knocking him out. Toe-to-toe, Brett Gardner, CB Buckner, who you got?
If Brett Gardner punches CB Buckner in the face, I will automatically love him forever. Shut up, Michael. You're autistic. Okay.
That's just foul.
Yeah.
Reyes had help with the umpire.
Waving the bandana.
Oh my god, you actually have a bandana? Are you kidding me?
The 2018 Wild Card Series, man.
All right, boys.
Did you go to the festival?
Yeah, did you go to the festival?
Yeah, it was the Greek festival.
Was it? Were they waving the bandanas and the mic? I'm so excited.
Waving the bandanas, eating gyros, everything, man.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right, well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us tonight. Do we have any early predictions for tomorrow?
I'm going into tomorrow's game with no predictions.
No hope, no expectations.
No. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. But
all right, this is the last comment we're gonna pop up on the screen. CB Buckner took Brian, saying he'd kiss Devi a step further, and literally made out with Glasnow before the game. That's the perfect way to end this tonight.
I don't follow. Oh, I got it.
No, I don't.
I got
I don't get it. Took Brian.
He took Brian.
Oh, because
took what
Brian said he would kiss
Yeah.
Debbie.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
It took me a
And-
second. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
He worded
no,
it a
took
little
me
weird,
second.
but I got
Yeah.
you, Ryan.
No, commas next time. 2-7 Yankees. Does that mean we're gonna lose or win?
He put Yankees second, so I'm pretty sure he means
Lose? Win?
no win.
Let's have a celebratory show now. Let's go!
I'll put him on for
Celebratory
the-
show tomorrow. That's what we need.
Who's on
And
for
on
tomorrow?
that note, what?
Who's on for tomorrow?
On the post game? Let's see.
I don't think I am.
Do we have anybody on the schedule for tomorrow?
Para apparently because he keeps waving his hand like a.
Oh, Paris on the post game. So we got an open spot. It could be Sean. It could be Brandon. It could be Jalen. It could be Brian. Even though
Shit,
Brian's probably sleeping.
Let's bring on Kevin.
I got this.
Honestly, we should. You know what we should do one day? We should just like keep the one spot open and just cycling viewers in.
I'll see you boys tomorrow officially.
That would be content. All right. So on that note, before we wrap things up tonight, I think we know what the deed has to be done. Shout out Dugout Mugs. Didn't have to use a dump on my head tonight because
I like that, Ben.
Suck. What?
I like Ben's prediction.
That's hot. That's hot.
I could so see that.
They have beautiful baseball bat drinking mugs engraved with all 30 teams except for the Marlins because the Marlins suck. Even though, they do suck. Do not put it on the carpet. It might spill, depending on what drink you have. It might stain your carpet. You don't want to do that because then you got to steam clean it, all that nonsense. It's great for dumping water on your head. So head over to dugoutmugs.com/unhinged. Purchase that today. What do you guys think we should end with tonight? Just the usual
CDC.
stream end. CDC.
CDC.
All right. So before we wrap things up,
Because tonight's game was
Enjoy.
absolutely.
oh no,
It made me sick.
perfect. No, I have the perfect one to wrap up
Waterboarding.
tonight. Oh, yeah, waterboarding. We will see you guys tomorrow for the pregame. Hopefully, it goes better. This final video will explain just how we are all feeling tonight. After having a 6-2 lead, they allow a 10-run inning, a 10 spot to the Blue Jays.
Shout out to the bullpen, y'all.
Shout out to that glorious bullpen.